the last episode, we played Leeds in the Community Shield match and, well, we lost, didn't we? Congratulations, Leeds. I also showed you our transfer business as we head into season number 5. This season where we've made it a one-season shootout to win the Champions League. The season where, if we don't win it, we're going to be very disappointed because we've built a super team for our head coach, Will Still. I've actually now played 11 games of season 5. We've kicked off our Champions League campaign. And I'm going to update you on how we've been going so far. We're also going to play a live-comm away at Liverpool to really test how far we've come. What is this team looking like? Do we have a chance to win the Champions League this year? Let's jump into it. Hello, welcome back to our Spurs DOF save. Welcome everyone who's still watching. Thank you for still watching. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel. That's an early plug for that one. Today, though, we're jumping right into a very important season in our Spurs save. It's this season where we've given ourselves the target of winning the Champions League. Before we leave, I think I've made my mind up. There may be maybe I'll be swayed before the end of the season, but I think I've made my mind up. You guys seem to like that idea of moving on to another team. And I think with the situation we're in, I think it is going to be a one-season shootout to see if we can win this Champions League. Let's jump into the save and I'll show you how we've got on at the start of our season. Here it is, look. After 11 games, we currently sit second in the league. It's not all doom and gloom, though, sitting second, because actually we're unbeaten. It's not like we could ask for very much more. It's Manchester United currently top. We've played 11, so we do have a game in hand. They've played 12. They've got 33 points. If we win our game in hand, we'd be on 32. We're well ahead of the rest of the pack, actually. Next up is City on 22 points. They've only played 10, so I suppose they could get a little bit closer, winning that game in hand to 25. But, as I mentioned, unbeaten so far. We've won 9. There are the games there that we've won, including, you'll notice, a 2-0 win against Manchester United. They've only lost 1 game, but they did lose to us 2-0. So it's been a good start. I'm not worried about the fact that we're second. I'm still pretty confident that we can go and win this league. And like I said before, the main aim is actually the Champions League. And if I show you how the Champions League has started, it's not been great, actually. We're 25th in the league stage of the Champions League. Only 3 games in, but we've lost 2 of those games. We've lost away at Inter and away at Real Madrid. Is that a bit worrying? I suppose it's maybe a little bit worrying, but they are Real Madrid and Inter Milan. They are both very good. We have beaten Dinamo Kiev 3-0. Our next matches in the Champions League are against Slavia Prague, Atletico at home, Bayern Munich, and then we've got Atalanta and Frankfurt. It seems like our ties are quite tough this year. Like, we've got Atletico, we've got Bayern Munich, we've got Real Madrid, we've got Inter. Usually get a load of easy ones. I guess we've had Kiev. Is that a really tricky run? I feel like it is. I don't actually know. How do they do the fixtures? Is it a draw to see who you play against in this league phase? Because if it is, I feel like we've been a bit hard done by. Is that fair? I'm not sure. Let's hope at least we can get into this top 24, and then even better if we can get into this top 8 and qualify for the next round automatically. Otherwise, that could be a really disappointing way to do it, isn't it? If we don't even make it through that league phase, surely we'll be fine though, surely. Let's have a look at our results. Let's show you the team in which has been playing. Let's show you what Will Still has been doing in terms of his tactics, as well as today, I think, going through and playing a live-comm game, because our very next game I've decided to stop at is against Liverpool. Liverpool at home, I think, is a tricky fixture that we can go and watch and see how this team is performing. Let's see who's being picked as the first choice players in each position, what the tactic looks like in-game, and see if we can beat Liverpool. That's the plan for today's episode. So I guess we'll jump across to the team. In fact, you know what? Let's have a look through some of these results already, because it is important. Last episode was this game here, wasn't it, against Leeds United. We lost on penalties in the Community Shield. I mean, that's sort of acceptable. I don't really mind. It's a glorified friendly, right? That's what we're telling ourselves because we lost. Anyway, we have these games here. We did, though, start the league pretty good. I mean, we haven't lost a game yet, so they are going to be pretty good. We won 5-0 against Wolves. Something to mention here, Harry Kane, first game of the season, back at striker. Is that a bit of bad news? I don't know what to make of it, because last season I feel like we did better because we played with Victor Osimhen as our striker. Osimhen was on the bench here with Kane starting as striker. I mean, we won 5-0, so it's not that worrying. Mateus França, by the way, unbelievable player. He is definitely first choice right now. I've just noticed his wages did go to £350,000 per week, but he looks like he's about to accept a new offer on... But in fact, if I go to here, I can show you on contract. He looks like he's about to accept an offer on £230,000 per week, which is a much better deal. I'm glad that he's taken that pay cut. I am giving him slightly more sell-on fee if we do end up selling him. But I don't know if we will, because he's really good. At least just wanted to let you know that I am trying to sort out that wage thing, because that is it's not great, is it? It's quite a big wage. We are actually okay in wages though. We've got 47k left in wage budget and a bit of transfer budget left as well. We are now back into debt, I should mention as well. 35 million over, but yeah, I think we're going to be okay. Oh, I need to mention actually, sometimes when this happens in a save, you might see that the club has a takeover, and that was actually rumoured back at the start of this season. We had this pop up here, basically an alert about this happening, and also this news article that I'm putting on the screen right now talking about a potential takeover. In September, they did say that these rumours were not to be believed, and then later on into October, our chairman Daniel Levy came out and quashed the rumours completely. Right now, there is no board takeover in the works, so there won't be a takeover. But something to mention that is actually that sometimes when these takeovers are rumoured, they go away and then they do come back again. There might be a takeover. Is that something to keep us at the club if we get like a tycoon takeover? I mean, I might be tempted, but no, I think at the moment I am saying I'm going to leave. But yeah, let's go back to these results here as we talk about Matheus França starting there and Harry Kane starting up front. He did pick up a few injuries. We drew 0-0 with Watford. Really disappointing result that. Some good results afterwards though. 1-0 win against Villa. 3-2 against Arsenal. That was the away leg at the Emirates. So beating our nearest rivals. Maddison equalised on 88. Victor Osimhen off the bench to score on 89. Harry Kane did start up front in this one, but Osimhen came on and got us the late winner in that one. We beat Forest 3-0, Pino, Bellingham and Camavinga. Drew to Chelsea. Not the worst result away from home, I don't think. There's that Kiev Champions League game. Beat Leicester 2-0. 2-1, sorry. Beat West Ham 3-0 in the Carabao Cup. We are through in that one. We're through again, by the way. We just beat Bristol Rovers in the 4th round. Don't think... Yeah, we have had the quarterfinal draw. It's against Aston Villa in the next one. So still in that one. A trophy that I'd like to go and win, to be honest, as well. Why not? Try and add to our trophy collection. Then we beat Norwich. Oh, sorry, I should say go back up. I've skipped a few. We beat Manchester United away from home. They've been brilliant so far, but this is why I'm talking about França. Started the game in this midfield spot. No, on the left wing, sorry. Leao actually picked up a ligament damage injury. So França's been playing left wing quite a lot as well. That brings me on to something else as well that I should mention. I did buy a new winger option who can cover both left and right that I mentioned in the last episode, didn't I? I mean, he's not played any games so far because France has been so good, scoring twice in this one. But I did buy this man here, Joan Raphael, a French winger. Say winger, he's kind of a striker but can play on both wings. He is 18 years old and I spent a fair bit of money on him. Again, I'm going back to that thing where I am buying players for the future. It's £37 million guaranteed. It was about £15 million this summer, as you can see by how much money we've got left over, and then it will go to 37, potentially 52 if he turns out to be a worldie, which I think he might do, because at 18 he looks like a good player, doesn't he? Joan Raphael, he's got 20 under 21 caps for France. Bought him from Lyon, where he'd made his debut, played a lot for the under 21s team, or the second team for them, but did make his first team debut as well. And I think we've got ourselves, I mean, look at the potential there. I think we've got ourselves a decent player on our hands. I'm thinking he's going to be a backup for Pino mainly on this right hand side, but could play on the other side, could play as a striker as well. He hasn't been needed just yet. If we look at the squad appearances here, you can see how many appearances people have made on this here and how many goals have been scored. Our top goal scorer, by the way, Matheus França with 6. It's hardly a lot of goals, but he's got 6. Camavinga's got 5. Kane's got 5. Osimhen's also got 5. Only 5 starts for Victor Osimhen this year. Not really sure why, but well, I guess it's because Kane's been starting as our striker. Sesko, by the way, actually has got himself 3 from just 2 starts too, so he is being used as a backup striker now and then. Let's go back to these results to finish it off. We've got a win against Norwich. Osimhen scored the winner in that one, actually. So, I mean, he is playing now and then. Brentford, Sesko scoring a late goal in a 2-0 win. We lost to Inter in the Champions League. We beat Newcastle 3-1. Big win against them. Sesko again with a late goal in that one. And then he scored again in a start. I want to show you this team because we beat Bristol Rovers. But look at the team that he started. He's playing some different players here. I like it. Sesko started. Escobar off this right-hand side. Could well be an option. Did he get a goal in that one? Or was that an assist that he got? He got himself an assist. No, he did score as well. He scored this. Let's have a look at Escobar's goal. Why not? Let's load it up and have a look at how he scored this goal. Here it is. Look, it was Enzo Fernandez playing it through. That's nice from the right-hand side, getting inside and smashing it home. I don't know why we've chosen to watch Escobar's goal, but there you go. That was his goal. I wonder if he will get a start in this game here against Liverpool. Probably not. But that is the game that we are going to go and watch now. To do that, I need to change over to Watching Man, get that all set up, and I will see you at the Spurs Stadium. Is it still called, what is the stadium just called? The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium still? It is, yeah, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I'll see you there for this match against Liverpool. Oh, actually, before we do jump into that game, I just want to say as well that Jurrien Timber, who we signed in the summer as a defensive option, really, has actually been playing as a CDM. He has been, if I go to his form here, he has been the defensive midfielder in most games this season so far. Has played at right back, did play as an inverted wing back against Brentford, which I love. I mean, we'll still go with the inverted wing backs a little bit there. But look, 18 appearances out of 20, most of which being played as a central defensive midfielder, sorry, not as a centre-back, which is where he started in the friendlies. Played one game against Watford as a centre-back. But other than that, he's been playing as this CDM. And but other than that one game, he's been playing as our VPN. Sorry, I mean our CDM. Oh, VPN. Speaking of VPNs, a word from our sponsors of today's video. Today's video is sponsored by ExpressVPN, and I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you should go and get it right now. Number 1, security. It protects you from those pesky hackers. And number 2, privacy. It will stop those horrible spies from looking at all of your data. It will encrypt it for you. And number 3, for that unrestricted access to the internet. You are no longer region locked by where you are in the world. You can go and browse Netflix from wherever you are. Go and look at that US Netflix. Go and watch Match of the Day when you're on holiday. All sorts of reasons. I think those are 3 really good reasons. And if you want to go and get ExpressVPN, you can click the link in today's description and get the first 3 months completely free. That sounds pretty good, right? Thank you so much to ExpressVPN for sponsoring today's video. Click the link in the description. Download it now. Let's get back into this DOF save. Come on. Okay, let's head into this game with Liverpool. I have got Watching Man to attend the match, and we'll watch this one. And I guess also in today's episode, what I want to do as well is have a look around the other leagues in Europe, maybe also the Championship too. See if we can start to think about what our next club or who our next club is going to be, because we're heading into November now. We maybe need to start making a bit of a decision of who we're going to go for. I mean, we also need the manager's job to be available. Are they going to offer it to us? It's a bit of a dilemma ready for the summer, isn't it? As we look at the Liverpool team there, we just missed the Spurs team, or at least I missed it anyway. I'm sure you saw it. It is Gakpo leading the line for Liverpool. There's the Premier League table. 4 points is the difference from us to Manchester United at the top. This is our game in hand right now then. I think anyway. I don't know if they're playing. Don't think they were, having a look at the preview beforehand. What's the there is the Spurs team. It is Osimhen leading the line. Jude Bellingham is playing left wing. That's an interesting one. We've got Timber at CDM. We've got Bastoni and Silva as our centre-backs today. Porro, Udogie as wing-backs or full-backs. Enzo Fernandez, Camavinga and Timber. Pino on the right, Osimhen up front. But Jude Bellingham as a left winger. Okay, there's a highlight here. It is Balde at left-back for Liverpool. Down the left-hand side. First highlight of the game, I think. Luis Diaz, Gakpo, chance. Ugh, I thought I was going to deflect in off Bastoni, but he did manage to get it away, and it's a foul by Trent, which is a bit of a let-off. Half an hour-ish, our first highlight there, and it was Liverpool's way. Corner for us now. Yeremy Pino swings it in, away by Van Dijk, our target in the summer, remember. Still playing at 35. Pino, oh, it's in! It's squirmed in at the near post. Arakovic with the own goal. Strahinja Arakovic has scored an own goal for Liverpool, and it was Yeremy Pino, the architect of it. It's a lovely through ball, actually, from from Timber on the turn there, our CDM, and Pino just kind of shoots at Alisson. It bounces off him, off the defender, and it's a pretty fortunate goal for us to have scored. But we have taken the lead against Liverpool. It does put us now 3 points behind Man U with our game. Actually, that hasn't changed yet. 1 point behind Manchester United on level games now. In at half-time, there is the whistle. And it's a good lead for us. Bellingham's actually doing very well from the left wing. A 7 rating for him as we now approach the hour mark. Any changes yet from anybody? None. Oh, yeah. Osimhen's gone off. Sesko's on. He's gone pretty early then with the change there. Benjamin Sesko's getting definitely more minutes this year. Not necessarily more starts, but definitely more minutes. There's Timber making a challenge. Space for Trincao, the former Wolves winger. Down the right. Headed or cleared by Silva, but back in now. Trent. Oh, that might have been a foul. That was a foul, but that might be a penalty. Darren England, they're going to check this one on VAR. Was it inside the box? It was a foul by Bastoni, I think, and it is a penalty. It's going to be Fabinho to take it. Mo Salah's not in this Liverpool team. He'd probably miss it anyway. Fabinho misses it also. Good save by Costa. I thought he'd given another foul. I thought there was another penalty there. It was a strong challenge from Silva, but I think it's just a corner. I thought he was going to give another penalty straight afterwards, which would have been hilarious, to be honest. We've got away with it. We've got the opening goal. Oh, it was Salah gone off injured, actually. That he probably would have taken it then. Oh, my word. That's Harvey Elliott, who's just gone very close from a free kick. But Costa with the penalty save. After they scored an own goal, I can't help but feel that we've been a bit lucky in this game. Our XG is way lower than Liverpool's. I guess that's the penalty accounting for that one. What other changes have been made here then? We've got Adoji off for Guardiola at left back is one of them. Trincao, Gakpo, Elliott. Liverpool do look quite threatening here. Timber, I think, has gone back to right back. So there is a change there. He's now playing in defence, which is closer to where we bought him for, really. Guardiola down the left-hand side. We bought him for centre-back. Will still just has other ideas, I think. We signed these players and Will's like, no, I'm not going to play him there. Here's Guardiola. Can he get a cross into the box? He does. It's Bellingham and away. Bellingham gets it back. Fernandes. Good recycling by us, this. Guardiola driving into the box. A cross now hits the post. Was it a shot? I think it was. I don't think he should have shot, but I think that was actually a shot. As we finish up the match now into added time, will there be one last chance? That probably should have been a chance, but Christian Romero was there. Bellingham out to França, who loses it. Could be a Liverpool opportunity for an equaliser here. We had it back and we've given it away again. I'm scared. Diaz, over. We've got away with it. It looks like, as long as he takes his time with this goal kick here, which he's definitely doing, a minute to play, we should manage to get ourselves through to 3 points here at home to Liverpool, which goes to show we are a team that compete at the very top level. You'd expect Liverpool to go far in the Champions League, the likes of which anyway. If we can beat them here, this might mean that we could have a run in the Champions League. We'd have to go and play teams like PSG, who are really good, Bayern Munich and those teams. But I think there's a chance here. I think we've got the players for it. We've got a January transfer window as well, where we can try and fill any holes that we might have got into our team. I love how long he has taken to take this throw, and he's just kind of going like that. There's the final whistle. Good wasting time from Guardiola. Maybe getting away with it a little bit. Not sure. I mean, we had more shots and a few more on target, but our XG is way lower. Liverpool probably can count themselves as a little bit unlucky in this one. We've managed to get the points, though. It takes us a point behind Manchester United. 12 games in. And we can now, I think, continue through. And I want to spend the last bit of this video just talking about and discussing our next options. Where should we be looking for a future team? A load of you did say, by the way, that a championship team would be a good idea. Lots of people suggesting Middlesbrough. I'm not sure why the viewership, the audience of these videos has a lot of Middlesbrough fans. Shout out you if that is you. A lot of people saying Sunderland as well. A few people saying some lower league teams down lower in the pyramid than that as well. I feel like I kind of want to keep it relatively. I feel like if director of footballs do move, some of you did mention this, saying keep it realistic. Director of footballs don't move around clubs that often. I looked at the big ones. I looked at Monchi, I looked at Ranić, I looked at Paratici. They've all been to 2 or 3 clubs during their career, so I feel like moving once after 5 seasons is probably realistic enough, but maybe not dropping all the way down the pyramid to, say, taking over at like a League 2 or a National League team. However fun that might be, maybe not quite realistic enough. So maybe a team championship that is a big team that's gone down, or maybe if we go abroad to one of the other top 5 leagues in Europe, that's more in my wheelhouse, I'm thinking. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at the Prem first of all. Is there another team that we should be looking and focusing on in the Premier League? I mean, let's actually look now. I'm going to go to, I mean, this is decent. It's a good place to be, actually. Watcher Man is keeping an eye on those jobs anyway. If we go to the job centre, are there any, or here, job security, are there any teams that have availability right now? Alaves, Leganés and Zaragoza are the 3 in the 2nd division in Spain. Probably not going to go to those. I'm probably not going to become a director of football for the Ivory Coast under 23s either, but let's have a look at the teams that are insecure, because there might be a job at some of these ones. Teams like Valencia, really, really big rebuild job on the go there. Ruben Baraka is the current manager. Is that caretaker? Because he was a brilliant player. I remember when he's actually the manager. I like it. Is he the real manager in real life? I'm not really sure. We've got Leicester and Palace. Graham Potter's at Palace, by the way. That's quite fun. We've got Pamplona, who are Osasuna. I'm not sure that I want to go for them when they've not got their real name. I probably should do the real name fix if I'm going to take them. We've got Celta Vigo, Augsburg. Don't mind going to Germany. I've done a few German Bundesliga saves, so I'm not as tempted maybe. I do like the idea of a Valencia. What do you think about Valencia as an idea? They are in the top division, but they feel like a team that I might move to as a rebuild. And you can go and get a manager, maybe take Will still with us. I do like the idea of going to Italy and taking Don Peruzzi, by the way, but I'm not sure it's the best idea because he plays that horrible 5 at the back system, doesn't he? We've got Angers. I mean, if we went into Liga 1, Lille maybe, and took Will still back to there, there's a bit of a narrative there. I don't mind that as an idea. I like Lille as an option. They're down in 15th in Liga 1 right now. We've got Eredivisie, Willem 2. Here's some championship teams that are insecure. Of course, some of these might not be there at the end of the season when we're actually looking. Some of them might be. I guess this is more to gauge what I'd like to do. What is my... What are my preferences here? I want to have a bit of a discussion with you guys as well. I think championship might not be my first choice. I think a team like Valencia or a team like Lille or a Bundesliga team or a Serie A team in that sort of wheelhouse would maybe be my preference. Middlesbrough are there, look, and we've got a lot of Middlesbrough fans who watch these videos apparently. Arsenal, that could be quite a... I mean, they are actually stable, but imagine that, the Sol Campbell move from Spurs to Arsenal. That would be... I mean, I quite like the narrative of that, but we're probably not going to do that, are we? Let's just use this as a bit of a testing the waters type discussion. What do you think? Are there any other teams? Let's have a look at the leagues. Liga 1, we've got Lille all the way down there. Challenging PSG could be fun. Nice and Monaco up there if their jobs are available, or even like a bit lower down like Reims. I mean, that could be quite fun, couldn't it? But maybe teams like Marseille who are a little bit out of it, that could be an option. Let's have a look at Serie A as well. Has anything gone on here? We've got Juventus who are top. Napoli actually won the league last year. I wouldn't mind going to a Napoli and trying to win something there, but is that too high up? Should I be looking for a team like Parma? I like the idea of a Parma or even a Fiorentina. Palermo are back in the Serie A, look. Atalanta are struggling a bit. Roma, again, because of the name change thing, I feel like it's not quite as enticing because they are called Capitolini rather than Roma. Same with Parthenope, actually, in Napoli. Probably not. Let's have a look at Spain. Or I should say, is it Spanish? I think if I put in Spanish, it'll be, yeah, Spanish First Division. Any of the teams dropped down massively from here? Valencia and Villarreal, Sevilla. Atletico are struggling a little bit. Where have they finished recently? They finished 4th, 5th, 3rd. Okay, they're not too bad. They are still up about those Champions League places. Bilbao, that could be a fun one with... Is it a fun one though, actually? If I can only use homegrown players, I'm not really needed as a director of football there, am I? So maybe not that one. We've got a few options that I like the idea of Valencia. It is kind of jumping out at me as the best idea so far. But they're not. They might not be available at the end of the season when we're looking for a job. I'm not sure. They've got Coutinho playing for them. They've got Marcus Edwards, of course. I sold him, didn't I? They've been playing him. He's played one game. Oh, that actually reminds me. Another thing that I did want to talk to you about in today's episode. Ulysses Chavez Carretero, our young Mexican striker who we ended up loaning to Fulham. I don't know if I mentioned that actually, but I did end up loaning him out. We talked about the possibility of it. I'm regretting it slightly. He played the Community Shield, didn't he? He's only played 7 games. He's only made 1 start in fact, he's made no starts in the league for Fulham in the Championship. It's a bit worrying because I did think we could expect big things for him, but I mean, he looks good enough to be playing in the Championship. They've just been starting Mitrovic, who I guess is brilliant for the Championship too. They are second, so they're doing really well, but he is the top goal scorer as well. Do I recall him in January? Are we wasting his opportunity here if he's not even playing? I could actually, if it comes up in a new news item, maybe speak to the manager about his lack of game time, maybe try to recall him. We can recall him in, I guess I'm watching man now. I can't recall him until the January window, can I? But I think that might be something we need to do because he's being wasted. His development is maybe being a little bit stunted with that. Anyway, is there another league we need to look at? Let's go to the Bundesliga just to have a look at if there's any big names struggling in this one. Not so much. Dortmund actually down in 8th. Where did they finish last year? They finished 4th. Second before that, oh wow, 2023-24, they finished 12th in the league. Maybe that was the time to go to them. If they do finish outside of the Arne Slot's the manager, if they finish outside of Europe, they might well sack Arne Slot this year. That could be something to watch out for as well. A Dortmund move would be quite tempting as well, don't you think? If there's anybody, this is kind of what I want from you guys in the comments down below. If there are any of these teams that are jumping out to you and saying, definitely go to them. Definitely go to them. And it would be realistic, but also fun for the save. Please do let me know. You've had a look at the leagues there. Did I miss any of the leagues? I guess we probably won't go to Portugal, but I could show you the Portuguese league as well, couldn't I? Actually, I can't because I haven't got that league loaded. Porto are continuing to win it anyway. I think those are the main ones though, aren't they? Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and we will leave it there for today. The league table, I guess I'll leave you on that one as well. We go to the Premier League. The league table at the moment looks like this. We sit second, but a point behind Manchester United. The next fixtures, I'm just on Watching Man's profile here, are like this. I'm going to go all the way through these games before the next episode, and we will start in January, where we do the January window during that episode. Should be some fun. We should have some more clarity on how the season's going to go. We play Manchester United before that episode. Maybe we play that one at the start of next episode, then do the window. I'm not sure. We'll see how the rest of the season has gone, if they're still top. Thank you very much for watching today. A bit of a chatty end to it, but I do like to try and walk you through the ideas for the save. I like to have you on board with the decision-making process. So hopefully you don't mind that at the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, please do subscribe to the channel. Click the link for the sponsor of today's video, ExpressVPN, as well. Thank you so much for continuing to join me on this journey. I'll see you next time. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye.